Namaste to everyone. I'm Sanjana and I'm here today to share a view and my experience with the topic which I would like to address everyone out there, reach with everyone out there to know more importance about it. So first of all, thank you so much, Jnana Mitra team, to invite me over here, and I'm very much glad to come again on this platform. This is a great, beautiful platform, and you are doing a great work. So thank you so much. So we'll start with discussing over a topic which is very important for each and every one of us to understand. Nowadays, there are many such chaoses going around, and the outer chaos is not that important, which can be controlled, but the inner chaos is very much important for us. So today, I would like to discuss with you, or else I can say I will like to quote my views, my reviews on that topic, which is very important, which I have gone through. And meditation, of course, helped me a lot to go through the journey. So the topic is our thought power. So our thought plays an important role in very much things which we do. Similarly, the things are like outer things, worldly affairs, materialistic life, the things which are within us. The thought process helps us a lot to either grow positively or to mold ourselves into negativity, whichever way which we select, we go through. It is correctly said that our life is created with our thoughts. You create your own reality, which is absolutely correct. So, today we are going to discuss, listen, and understand what is the thought power. Before coming into meditation, I used to think a lot, and which is common, which is quite psychological. Every one of us, we just keep on thinking, and that overthinking, be it a positive thought, be it a negative thought, or be it a whichever thought, that overthinking process, it leads us to a way where we keep on building that thought processes, assumptions, and judgments, and all those things, and it leads in a way which is not good for us, not good for our mental health, not good for our physical health, not good for our emotional health, and of course, not good for our soul. So, it is very much important for us to build a balance for our soul, to build a balance for our body, for our mind, for our intellect, and for whatever activities which we do in day to day life. And the creation which have happened, we are created as a human. We create our reality, we create our situation. That very much creation which comes out, the origin of creation is our thought. Whatever we think, we actually tend to attract that, but we don't know. Being in a human body, being on earth, we tend to forget things, and we are very much involved into materialistic life, that we just don't understand who we are, how much capable human beings we are. And from my experience, my own actual experience, as I said before, meditation, I used to think a lot, and that overthinking used to hammer myself. I used to hammer myself, and it used to be a emotional disbalance. Mental stability was there missing somewhere, because while once a person overthinks, as I said, clearly mentioned that overthinking can be for a positive thought or a negative thought, or whichever situation which comes across us. So that thinking used to just hammer me, and I used to think about situations, whatever happened in my life. I used to think about the people, uh, a person who have behaved bad, a person who have whatever the perception is. That time I didn't had a knowledge about meditation, but once after coming into meditation, I completely transformed myself. Basically, I am into meditation, pyramid meditation, from past 6 to 7 years. Sorry, 6 to 7 months, and I recently started conducting sessions in my native language, Marathi, because I came to know the importance of meditation, not just by watching sessions or reading books or listening to some things or experiences, but by experiencing itself practically from myself. I experienced it. I experienced the change. And that is the need of an hour for every person over here to experience the change, to see the unknown reality, which is the actual reality we are a part of. So it is our duty to understand who we are really, not just on the physical level, not just on the materialistic level, but we have to find a way to find our true self, our true inner happiness, our true inner power, our true soul self. And that all is all actually indirectly linked with your thoughts. So when I came into meditation, I started sitting into meditation very much sincerely, practicing meditation, pyramid meditation. And Patriji is a great inspiration for all of us. And from there on, I just started doing meditation. And that time, I felt a change in my life slowly, slowly, slowly. Of course, in meditation, you cannot expect miraculous changes at initial point of time. You have to have patience and a good control over your thought, your thinking pattern. Your thoughts actually have a power. Whatever you think, whichever thought it might be, a single thought also has a very big power to just either change your life, to transform it into a good mold, or to transform it into a very worst mold. It's all depending on your thought, what you think, and it creates your situation, it creates your life. But once when you are into meditation, just like I when came into meditation, I got a good control over my thoughts. I cannot say the control, but I got a good way to ignore my thoughts. It's psychological, they come, it's fine. But when you do meditation, a phase come into your life, or a time come into your life where you can easily ignore them, be whatever it is. Just easily ignore them, and then you start to connect to yourself. And at that point of time, from there onwards, you come to know which thought is good for you, which thought will turn you down. So thought plays a great role. And let's understand, see, if our situation, as I said, is created with our own thoughts, that is reality. Similarly, the world, the universe, is also creation of one single thought. So we are a part of one single thought from higher worlds. Similarly, whatever situations come in front of us, happy situation, confusing situation, tough situation, sad situation, whatever life we see or we go through, it is all the product of our thinking. It is all dependent on your thought in whichever you take it. So you have to be very much aware of what you think, because it's my experience. Again, I'll tell you that if you think positively, of course things happen much more in easier way. But if one single negative thought comes, you can you can tend to change your life very drastically and negatively. But once into meditation, that too in regular practice, having a faith in meditation and sitting sincerely without expecting anything in written, just sitting and going with the flow in the meditation, you tend to create your life the way you want. There is much more happiness, there is much more calmness, peacefulness once your mind is silent. A great person, Chinese person, author, and a meditator, a philosopher, Lao Tzu, he have mentioned that when your mind is silent, the universe, it surrenders to you. And it's actually absolutely correct. When your mind is silent. Now what happens is, first I'll tell you what is mind chattering, or what happens inside our mind, and don't need to tell you, everyone knows about it. And then how that when you stop that chattering, how can you move on in your life without getting stuck over one single situation or over one person or whatever thing it is. So our mind chatters a lot, that we all know. We are continuously thinking, thinking, and thinking, and there are overall many thousand thoughts in our mind in a day. It can be anything, it can be about you, it can be about any situation, any person, any place, anything, any activity, anything. But continuously, our thoughts have been playing in our mind, which keeps us distracted all the day. We are not at all in a calm, cool state of mind, because our mind is continuously running. Firstly, you must understand the cause and the effect of our mind if it doesn't chatter or if it doesn't create a mess. See, what if your mind is very silent? How will you feel? And what if your mind is chattering the day long, every day, and you know the cause and effect, so then you can go through it. But if you don't know the cause and effect of that chattering, then what will be your life and how will you handle that? That is what we have to just sit at one place and think and do the analysis of what thoughts we have in mind daily, because even the thought is a concept of mind. It comes through mind, but still our body is affected, our life is affected, because our mind is an astral body and our thoughts are also coming from there. And if you have seen it carefully, if at all you have done an analysis on your thought process, you might get uh, something like your thoughts are mostly not for yourself. They are mostly for some other situation, about some other situation. They are mostly about some other person. They are mostly about involving into some activity. And majority of time they are, say, 80-90% of time they are not good for you, mostly negative. What if I don't get a job? What if I don't get married? What if uh, this thing happens to me? What if that thing happens to me? What if my money gets lost? Or what if, so that what if that things we think about, it creates such a mess in our head, and the traffic is created and we get stuck over there. And it eventually, what happens is that process of thinking every day, if you do, it takes you down, it drains you down, and then what happens is it makes you a person with so much of anxiety. And anxiety, my friends, leads you to a very dark place which you are not supposed to go. Our soul is made up of a consciousness. We all are one. If we start thinking about this, that we all are one, and look into each other at a soul level, our life will be much more easier. And meditation will help us to do the same, and it will help us to keep our mind chattering to get low down. Of course, how, I'll tell you, once you start doing meditation, I have experienced that once I started doing meditation, initially I was quite struggling with my thoughts. They were coming continuously, and my body used to resist that. It's been 15 minutes. Just open your eyes. Just go. Just sit. Don't sit for meditation. Just stand up or get out. But I never responded to the hesitation and to my body saying me that to just come out of meditation. I didn't listen to it. I was sitting quietly. I was into the search of that peace. I was into the search of that calmness and happiness. So I continuously sat. Initially, for many days, my thoughts were troubling me and it were coming, which is very much natural with many of us. At one go, we cannot sit and go into deep meditation, which is understandable. But how to control our thoughts, how to ignore them, that is the main thing we should understand. Because once you go out from your thought, once you get move or move away, or you and your thoughts are far away, at that time when you are in that zero state where there is no thought, that time the actual meditation takes place. You get connected to your own higher self, you get connected to your own soul, and then that connection turns into a beautiful feeling, which is actually the reality. From there on, your journey starts. But for that to happen, you have to get control. You have to ignore your thoughts. You have to learn to just not allow any of your thought to come in. While sitting into meditation, when you close your eyes, when you observe your breath, that process will help you to reduce whatsoever your thoughts are. Why it is said to keep your eyes closed is because Patriji always says keeping your eyes open will actually, you know, consume your energy. Your energy will get wasted. Whatever energy you have taken inside you during meditation, which is very precious. and you invite many thoughts around to come into your mind again. So when you sit down for meditation, you just have to close your eyes, because by closing your eyes give you don't invite any single thought again. Whatever thoughts were there in your mind, those are there, but you don't invite any extra thought in your mind. And then when you close into deep meditation, when you go, automatically a phase come, a time come where your thoughts get reduced, start to get reduced. And this helps a lot. It's not only for one time. Once you start controlling your thoughts, or once you start ignoring your thoughts, you can smoothly travel your spiritual journey. You can smoothly travel your life journey, because from that point onwards, you are your own boss, not your mind. Initially, what used to happen with every one of us, or still happening with many of us, is that our mind starts to control us. It should be the other way. We should control our mind, or we should ignore best our mind and thoughts, and start moving in our journey. This will all happen only because of meditation, through meditation. And it does not take any rocket science to sit for meditation, or it is not such a lengthy or difficult process. You just have to sit comfortably wherever, whichever way possible, on whatever platform you can sit comfortably, and just close your eyes and relax and just breathe and just observe your natural breath. That is the way pyramid meditation or anapansati meditation is, which is the only way I think is very much practically and spiritually very much active way for you to find your own self growth or your own inner happiness, and to discover the truth if you are very much thirsty about it. One must always do that. And of course, as I said, we have a lot of mind chattering going inside us. I have been through that. Being an emotional person, before meditation, I used to be a lot of emotional person, sensitive person, thinking about everything, and daily on thinking about everything. What I used to do was, because of that many thoughts in my mind, I used to forget what I have to do. And that is not good thing at all, because you have so many works, you have so many priorities in your materialistic life. You have to do something or the other. But when the thoughts gets cluttered in your head, and it starts chattering, starts hammering you some or the other way, be it whichever thought, you tend to forget things which you are doing currently, which is not good sign. You have to move on. You have to be very much present in the present moment. So that's all in your hand. What you do, how you do, that is all in your hand. What you think, what not to think is your hand, is in your hand. What and how much to think. Is it good for your health, spiritual health, holistic health, or is it not good for your holistic health? That is also in your hand. And really, nobody can come to you and they'll say that I'll meditate for you, and I will just help you out to reduce your thoughts. Nobody, it's not possible. It is only your duty, it is only you will save yourself from that ocean of your thoughts. So once you get to know how to reduce your thoughts, how to reduce that cluttering of your mind, then chattering of your mind, that time onwards, you feel so happy, so light, that now you are able to stop your thoughts. And whichever thought comes, you can just simply sit there and analyze if it is good for me. If it is good, okay, I'll work on it. If it is not good, fine, I'll never think about it again. Because any which ways, as I said, a single thought can create your life happily, or it can destroy your life. It's all up to you and your thinking pattern. And if you have at all seen or analyzed, um, our thoughts, most of our thoughts are very much stressful, are very much repetitive, are very much negative, are very much not of any help, waste of thoughts. And we are spending much time, our precious time and our more precious energy, thinking about those thoughts, which eventually land us up into a troublesome situation for us, not for others. Sometimes what happens is your thoughts that can be very much negative, it will impact not only you but your surrounding, the people which you stay, the people with whom you stay, they will also get affected with your negativity because you tend to have an anger. You see, there are some situations where I have seen people, they are very much into some overthinking, sitting at one place physically, but their mind is something somewhere else, thinking about something else, and they are very much into a happy situation around there. There is very much a happy situation, they are sitting there, but the mind is somewhere into the confusing state or in the stressful situation, stressful thoughts. So what that person tends to do is he starts irritating himself with an anger within him, and he starts showing or showcasing his anger and expressing his anger from his voice to everyone around him. So what happens is the moment of happiness turns into the moment of sadness or the moment of unhappy state for everyone. So here what happens is that the person who is thinking and thinking and thinking, although from his thinking point of view nothing will happen, he should understand that, but because of his thinking procedure or thinking pattern which is not good for him, he is affecting everyone around him. And the moment of joy suddenly turns into the moment of unhappy state. So what is the use of that? So firstly, just try to keep your mind as much silent as you can. If it is very much difficult for you into initial phase of meditation, don't think about it much. Definitely when you do sincere regular meditation, when you practice sincere regular meditation, one day or the other, at one point of time, you will be able to ignore all your thoughts, be it anything. And from that point onwards, your journey with your meditational journey, spiritual journey, your life journey will change, you transform yourself. And you will be able to control your thoughts. If any thought appears, you will be able to throw that thought into the dustbin and just not think about it any more single time. So as I said, no one can come to you to help you out. It's you have to help. Our thought have so much of power. The power can be used to mold your life into positivity, then that power can be also implemented negatively if you think negatively. So one single thought contains a great power to shape your future, to shape your life. And that one single thought will also be the responsibility of you. If you not control or if you are not into that and you just tend to think negatively, then one single thought will turn you a worst thing in your life to ruin your life. So as today's topic is thought power, so if you just think quietly in a good way that our one thought can create our life beautifully and that single thought can ruin our life worstly. So who thinks? Our mind thinks. And where is our mind? In astral body. And it's whose mind? It's our mind. So not your no, your parents will not help you. No, not your friends will help you. They just can advise you. Just don't think much. Just don't overthink. Just ignore the situation. That time you will say yes, yes, I'll do that. But the next moment, very next moment, you have to sit into meditation, calm yourself down, try to ignore all your thoughts, connect with your actual self. Because within inside the soul, the actual soul which you have is not the soul which will think negative for you. Our soul is always of higher consciousness, a great powerful soul, happy and joyful soul, positive, very much positive. Because our mind comes in middle, it becomes a barrier, a wall between us and our spiritual journey. So we tend to think negative, being in a worldly affair, being in a materialistic life, which is very much common and very much understandable. But once you get the knowledge, a wisdom, an experience, more probably, and then when you implement that in your life, it will definitely help you to break that barrier of mind, to break the wall of the mind, and to make your mind as a vehicle for you, between you and your spiritual journey, instead of it becoming a wall for you. So try to make your mind a vehicle, not as a wall. in between you and your spiritual journey. Because spirituality is our reality, and mind is just for a time being. And how much you shape it, how much you think, what quality thoughts you have, that minds in that mind, it matters a lot. We just need to shut off the thoughts by meditation, by practicing, by daily practicing. It needs patience, of course. And yeah, meditation helped me to be a patient person. I used to be very much, not very much, but yeah, I used to be very impatient with my thoughts, with my activities. Just because of my thoughts, I used to be very much impatient, which was not at all good for me. But coming into meditation, I completely transformed and I became a patient person. And now my thoughts are very much practical, very much positive, and very much of good level. Mostly now at this point of time, I don't have any thoughts in my mind. Usually my mind is quite now empty, silent. Whenever a thought is coming or it comes, I just see if it is good for me, I work for that. Or if it's not good for me, I don't ever look into that and I don't ever think about it. It automatically goes off. And it does, and that does happen because a person like me, who was very much into social life, into emotionally imbalanced, thinking a lot. If that person can change and transform her life miraculously with meditation only, and of course with spiritual books, sessions, meditations, practical knowledge, experiences through meditation, I can change miraculously my life the way I want it to be, and much more than that, I'm exploring it, and I'm very happily exploring my life. So why cannot you people, the audience listening over here, I'll just like to just appeal you guys to just try meditation. Because if you think, and of course being a human being, we are very much into uh, our daily life where we have some problems, issues coming up personally, professionally. So to overcome those, it's better to come into spirituality, because your reality comes from there, you come from there. And if you understand that, if you understand everything on soul level, on soul perception, your thinking, your thought patterns change very drastically. Once when you start exploring the reality, the unknown reality, once when you start to the journey of that unknown reality, and once that knowledge is in your head, that wisdom is in your head, and you experience it through meditation, then trust me, friends, there is no turning back in spirituality actually. Now I have decided my purpose of life is to do meditation continuously and teach meditation in whichever way I can, because I am being benefited by meditation. I have my life transformed because of meditation very nicely, and it's still transforming. It's a never ending journey for me as well till I'm here. So I wish that every one of us should understand that, and they should also get their life transformed through meditation, their mind pattern, thought patterns to be changed. What happens is, one more thing I like to share is, most of our thoughts are a cause of our physical disease or disorder. Means because of our thinking, we tend to attract various diseases. Yes, that happens. In one of our session last time on Jnana Mitra, I had a session where I told you guys that meditation actually helps anxiety, depression, and it cures. It have happened. I've seen people curing their anxiety, coming up from depression state, overcoming it with meditation. And what is anxiety, depression? It is a product of our thought. So, whenever we get some physical diseases, physical disorders, majority of them are due to your thought. Negative thought drains your energy. That negative thought, one single negative thought, tends you to think negatively much often. And what happens is, your energy which you have gathered, our precious energy, it drains off. It makes us empty, and it takes us into the darkness, which attracts much more diseases, disorders, and then we have to go through that phase of life, which we are always thinking to be staying away from. So, negative thoughts are like, you can say, negative thoughts are like a slow poison for us because it kills us very slowly, slowly, step by step. We don't understand it initially, but at the end, when we are near to the death bed, that time we understand that these thoughts impacted me in this way, and now I've landed up on this bed. But there is no use as the time has passed. So it's better you stay in present situation. This brings me to a point that what a human being or what a human mind and thoughts are, usually doing what they are. Our thoughts are either stuck into the past experiences or past incidences, or we are thinking about what is going to happen in future with us, but never ever we are in the present situation. There are rarely many, like rarely very few people, those who are likely enjoying their current situation, present situation, completely present, physically, mentally, emotionally focused on the present situation, present scenario. But majority of person or majority of people, they are either stuck into their past thoughts or they are stuck into their future thoughts. Whatever thing have happened, whatever situation you have faced in past, it's gone. I used to be a person who used to be very much stuck into the past. And even if my journey was like going on, obviously our life goes on, it does not stick somewhere until and unless we think about it. Again, here the thought comes. But my own experience, I used to think more about my past, whatever have happened, whatever XYZ. I used to think more about it, and I used to ruin my present. I never thought about future. That was my okay point. But I used to think about past many a times. I was an overthinker. Additionally, I used to think about my past incidences, which together used to ruin my present situation very drastically. And I used to never enjoy the present situation, which now after coming into meditation, when I just think I used to be like that, I just laugh on myself. What kind of person I used to not enjoy in the present situation, which is actually the situation where you have to enjoy moment. So make sure that firstly you have to change your thought pattern. Your, as I said, a single thought contains a great power. So thought power is very much important to understand. The concept is very much important for you to understand, that change your thought power and change it from negative to positive. It is very much possible. That is not at all impossible. You just have to have faith within yourself. You just have to have find your own true self through meditation. And that time your negative thoughts will directly get converted into positively once you have a patience and once you practice meditation. And so n number of thoughts will also get reduced once you start regular meditation. Trust me, meditation does help to reduce your thoughts from thousands of thoughts to just a single thought. It happens. Now at this point of time, whenever I sit for meditation, earlier I used to get thousands and thousands of thoughts, a variety of thoughts, but now at this point of time, rarely any thought comes, and I am able to ignore that thought and control that thought. And I can go quickly into deep meditation, sitting in meditation. So that can be done with you also, that can happen with you also, if at all you have that curiosity, if at all you have that patient level of patience to sit for meditation. If you can actually sit for your examination for 3 hours, 2 hours, for enjoying with your friends into cafes for many hours, just sitting over there, if you can sit over there, then why can't you sit into meditation also? You don't need any money, you don't need any additional support. You just have to sit for yourself, not for anybody but for yourself. And if you can take out some time for your own self, that would be helping you throughout your life thoroughly. Just a few minutes or just a few hours you have to take out for yourself. It will help you transform your life the way you wanted, or much more than that, unexpected. But just keep in mind that the thoughts whichever you have in your mind, you should not get stuck over there. Do not get stuck into the past incidences. Trust me, it mentally it drains you a lot. Emotionally, it makes you more emotional and weak. I have been through that journey. Sticking or going back to your past is waste and a foolish thing. Thinking about future is much more worst. It's better you are in the situation, present movement, be there, fully present, focused. Your mind should also be in there. It should not happen, or it should never happen, that right now you are attending a session or I'm conducting a session, we are taking a class, and I'm saying something to you, I'm conveying my messages, my sessions, my topics to you. I am present in this situation, in this moment, fully present with my mind, thought, my emotions, physically also. But it should not happen at your end that you are sitting over here, but your mind and thoughts are somewhere else. That is the issue with every one of us. We should be present into present situation, present moment completely, thinking about only what is going on, about complete focus on what's going on. That's where we have to see. Present moment is our moment. And the person who is present in the present moment will be enlightened person and will be able to connect to his own higher self, to higher worlds, and to universe more easily and smoothly, because he is into the present moment. At this moment, he will not think about anything else uh, coming some programs or coming some uh, life thoughts. He'll not give it a thought, or not. He'll not also stay in the past. He'll be there in the present moment, the moment which is now, right now going. Be present on whatever thing you are doing at the current moment. Please do not go back, or please do not look into the future, because you will be the product. Whatever you are today is, of course, a product of your past. But whatever you will be becoming tomorrow is the product of your present. So, if your present moment is balanced, it will keep you balanced and calm. If in present moment you are very much active and very much happily living your life the way you wanted, then your future will also be a great, beautiful future. But if in present you are stuck, your mind, your thoughts are stuck. Here I'm referring you to your mind actually. If in present you, means your mind, your thought is stuck somewhere in behind past, that time what will happen is you will be a product of your past, prisoner. You will be a prisoner, a product of your past, which will destroy your future. So don't let past capture you in such a way that you will be responsible for ruining your own future. It's better that if you are going to be in a present moment, you can live your life happily. Just like there is as if there is no tomorrow, and it actually works. If you think that as if there is no tomorrow, you can live your life listening to your soul's voice. Never ever let your thought come into middle in your spiritual journey and you. Never ever allow your mind to come in between that, or otherwise you will not be able to progress. Your soul will not be able to progress if you allow your mind to come in between. And if you think your mind have so many of thoughts, just try, sit down, analyze which kind of thoughts you have, what kind of quality the thought is about. There are many qualities: negative, positive, disastrous, miraculous, many qualities. But in which zone your thoughts are, you have to sit and analyze. And if they are in the zone of negativity and disastrousness and full of negativity, which is not good for your own self, which you know, then just try to convert those thoughts into positive thoughts, completely positive, good for your health, holistic health, and spiritual journey. Most importantly, good for your mind to live your life. So, if our thought is negative, they will never manifest. But if our thought is positive, they will manifest. But if you think about negativity and negative thoughts always, one thing will surely happen is you will attract negativity in your life. That will happen. In that way, manifestation will happen. If you are completely in that negative thought zone all the time, and then you start seeing that in your life such a situations are coming which is not good for you, you become more irritated and you become more angry. That's because, as I mentioned, and as Patriji always says, that you create your own reality. Because of your so much of negative thoughts, you created the negative reality around you, and then you blame it to universe. You blame to your people around you, which is actually the product and the creation from you and from your thoughts. So thought is the only key for you and your reality. Your mind plays a great role. Try to keep it as much silent as possible and try to sit in that state where being in a present moment is what you can do happily. Don't go behind, don't look into front. Just be wherever you are with complete focus, with complete understanding, with completely sitting with complete mind, physically also, mentally also, and emotionally also if you have to put in some inputs. Also, sometimes what happens is our mind have captured so many memories, and memories, as you know, memories are from past. So what happens is our life goes on smoothly, but somewhere or the other, a single memory, be it a good memory, a great memory, or a bad memory, it pops up somewhere or the other, which is natural, very much natural. It's our mind, it will happen. But it is up to you, again, your mind, it's up to your mind that to whether to get stuck to that memory which have popped up, or you just have to ignore that memory and move away, move ahead. So your thoughts plays a great role. It will be, your mind will be the only thing which, if you think negatively, will take you to the world of disorders and diseases and negativity and darkness. And that mind and that thought is the same thought and same mind which will take you out if you think positively all the time, which will take, it will take you out from that negativity into positivity. It will take you out from that darkness into light, which is very much essential for us to live a great life which we are meant to be. It will take you out from that diseases and physical disorders. So if you sit and think quietly, analyze again, that is the, our mind is the only single thing and thoughts with him that he can create our life in a good way, or it can create our life through hell. It's all depending on us. It's you, you have decided, you have to decide. You have decided your life till now, correct? You have decided what to think and what not to think, but you have never done an analysis, a detailed analysis of your thoughts up till now. If you have not done, please do it. Because if you have to, like, who will never want to have a great life? Everyone wants to have a great life with less stress, less amount of stress, no sorrow, no worries, no tensions, and a free happy life. Everyone wants that, but no one is ready to do meditation. No one is ready to be sincere in meditation. No one is ready to reduce their thoughts into from 1,000 into just a few thoughts. No one is ready for that. If a small effort has been taken from your end to just sit into meditation, think about yourself, search for yourself, your true inner self, search and being on the path of spirituality, and also to analyze your thought patterns. How good are they for you? How bad are that those for you? Is that a negative thought? Is that a positive thought? If you just have a analysis, detailed analysis about that, it will, trust me, help you to transform your life the way I have transformed my life. And I've seen many pyramid masters, many meditation masters have transformed their life from negativity to positivity. And that is all possible because of meditation. Observe your breath, close your eyes, and just be completely with your breath. your mind will surely disappear for that moment. Your thought will surely go away. And of course, after coming out from meditation, it's like you cannot sit for 24 hours meditation, which is understandable. For whichever time you sit for meditation, you can control your thoughts being with your breath. But you might ask me, what about coming out of meditation? How about that? How can my mind stop? So once and all, once for all, when you come into meditation and your journey in meditation starts regularly on regular basis, and if you have faith and trust on yourself, the energy which comes inside us, the cosmic energy, it helps us to reduce our thought. It helps us to reduce our stress, our mind gains. It will help you to convert your negativity to positivity, negative thought to positive thought, disastrous thought to miraculous thought. It will help you surely. So whenever you are coming out of meditation, the whole day, whenever whichever activity which you do, just sit for some time and relax yourself and start doing the activity. You will find that a stage, a time, a phase will come where you will be completely empty. Your mind will be completely silent, empty. And that's the magic of meditation. Once inside meditation, initially you will be struggling with your thoughts. Once those thoughts are reduced, you are now able to control your thoughts. You are now able to ignore them. And when coming out of meditation, after meditation is over for the day, when you start your activity, maybe driving, business, job, cooking, taking care of home, family, whatsoever task you do, studying, examination, in that all task, you are present in that present moment. Your mind is completely empty, thinking about that single activity which you are doing. And that happens unless and until you allow it. But if somewhere or the other you allow your past to come inside, then it's you who have allowed it. So it will come and hurt you and go. But if you don't allow the past or a future to come and disturb your present moment will be a great moment if you don't allow yourself to get stuck somewhere in between past and future. It's all completely in your hands. So our thought can change our life completely. So one single thought has a power to transform your life. Again, I'll say, a one single thought, our own mind and our own one single thought has a power to take you to darkness, or to take you to positivity and light, to create your life beautifully. So you create your own reality. Your thought have a great power, and it's your thought, your mind, which will create a great reality around you. So if you want to have a great life, spiritually active, holistic health, everything in balance, then train your mind in such a way that it will stay silent in most of the time. And whenever your mind have to take some decision, it will be always positive, so that the situations which will be created around you will be always positive the way you wanted. And from that moment onwards, you will feel very much happy living a life the way you always wanted to live. Okay, so now let's start for doing meditation, because meditation is the only key to connect you to your true inner self, and breath is the actual key to connect your physical world and to your inner world. So let's start connecting our mind with ourself and controlling it, rather controlling, ignoring our thoughts. We'll just practice meditation for a few minutes, and then we'll end up the session. Okay, so whoever know how to sit for meditation, they can sit for meditation. Those who are new, will just give a bit of instruction how to sit for meditation. We are doing anapansati meditation. Ana means the incoming of our breath, natural breath. Apana means outgoing, exhalation of breath, and sati means to be with. So we just have to sit for meditation, sit wherever, whichever way you want to sit, on sofa, chair, or on floor, anywhere, whichever way you feel comfortable. Just sit comfortably. Make sure that you don't have any problem with your body. Just sit in comfort zone and have your legs crossed while sitting, hands finger into finger clasped, slowly, not firmly, and most importantly, eyes closed for next few minutes. and just observe your natural breath. We'll just do meditation, a good group meditation, which will help us to build our own reality, a great reality, and which will help us to transform our negative thoughts into positivity and to be as empty as possible and to keep our mind as silent as possible. Okay, so no need of specs, you can remove your specs. I'll play a music, we'll just do a meditation for a few minutes and then we can end the session. Let's do meditation. Eyes closed, completely we are observing our breath. Let's meditate for 15 minutes. Relax. Don't open your eyes, keep your eyes closed. Observe your natural breath. Do not get stuck to your thoughts. Just be with your breath. Don't think of anything. Natural breath is going on. You have to stay with your breath. Our breath is our guru and everything. final 10 minutes, eyes closed. Do not open your eyes. Just be with your breath. Relax. Come back to your breath. Do not get involved in your thoughts. Our thoughts are no use to us. our breath. Just come out of your thoughts and observe your breath. Slowly, just open your eyes, relax. So, thank you so much. It was a good and a great meditation. So, before ending, I would just like to say that our thought actually plays a very important role to really shape our life. So, be aware of what thought you have, which kind of thought it is, how much you think, and is it affecting your life, holistic life, your spiritual life. Just be aware and just see what kind of thoughts comes to you, and if it comes, you just have to ignore or control them, but just don't affect your life. And meditation is the only key, a very great habit to inculcate, indulge in. Just do it and practice it all the time. And trust me, your life will transform. Even your thought pattern will be changed. So just do meditation, read spiritual books, be vegetarian, and kindly always start sharing your experiences with your co-meditators. Lastly, and so much thank you to team Jnana Mitra, to Vani madam, to Asha madam, and everyone. Thank you so much for inviting me over here. It was a great pleasure of mine to come and share my views, my experience on the topic, which is very much essential for each and every one of us. So thank you so much, and subscribe to Jnana Mitra for further great topics and great discussions. Thank you so much.